Big beavers amuse me.
And I'm really horny for it now.
All right.
News, Talk, and Entertainment Radio, 610 WIOD presents The Neil Rogers Show. To talk with Neil, call 751-WIOD from Dade, 524-WIOD from Broward. Outside the 305 area code, it's toll-free, 1-800-944-WIOD. And AT&T wireless customers can call pound IOD at no charge. Now, The Neil Rogers Show on News, Talk, and Entertainment Radio, 610 WIOD.
My God, is that thing real?
That son of a bitch is huge.
Husband now will never be apart. You'll do what I say, or I'll rip out your heart. Say goodbye to your friends, buy me a Mercedes-Benz. You can't forget that crap in the theater. You're gonna do my laundry and you'll cook dinner for me. I'm sure you'll make a really excellent butler. 'Cause there's something you like, you know, good in the sack. And we both know that you'll be sleeping too many times. Yeah. And every time that you get paid, it won't be enough to pay off a MasterCard. MasterCard, how stupid you are. 'Cause I'm here to remind you of the mess you're in. 'Cause you married me. You look good, and you should be. 'Cause you thought I was sweet till you said I do. You didn't know that I'm here to upset you and to make your life one big living hell. I don't care if you hate me and the bitch I became when you married me. You should've known.
Yeah. Okay, 10:08 at WID. Boy, that a beautiful song or what, huh? So anyway, guess what I was watching moments ago? We got 85 new talk shows on just since I went on vacation. We got George Hamilton IV and his ex-wife. Now that's a good pairing, isn't it? George Hamilton IV, best known in recent years for his horrendous performance in Godfather 3, for his abortive performance in Godfather 3, and is still singing A Rose and a Baby Ruth. Remember that? I bet you don't. I bet you don't. You do? You never heard that.
Some old, like, revival, fossil specials or shows, stuff like that.
Da-da-da-da-da. Yeah. That was one of those. Back in the late 50s, there were a bunch of so-called, well, they were kind of like actor-singers. And they all were given songs that were monotone because they couldn't sing. Like Tab Hunter did Young Love. Now, Sonny James had the big hit on Young Love, which was, big hit. And Tab Hunter also had a cover, which was like a moderate hit, and Tab Hunter couldn't sing his way out of a paper sack. He looked pretty good. He was a screaming queen and did some strange things with his German Shepherd, but nevertheless, Tab Hunter was one of them. Fabian was another one. Remember Fabian, who also some people thought looked pretty good, although I doubt it, and couldn't sing his way out of a paper sack. And here was George Hamilton IV, who had a medley of his smash, A Rose and a Baby Ruth. He's doing a TV talk show with his ex-wife. Danny Bonadouchebag is doing a talk show. This little punk who thinks he's hot stuff, who's busy in the closet wearing his mommy's dress, or whatever the hell he's doing, getting beat up by some 40-cent hooker. And then guess who else has got a talk show who is really a pig? Oh, my God. Brian Wilson's fat daughter. Now, isn't it interesting? You notice how these things all kind of like cluster together. Remember they just had that Brian Wilson epic, that great black and white piece of dreck that was highly touted and turned out to be a piece of garbage?
And her name is, appropriately enough, Carney.
Is that where she hangs out, in the Carney? She's the fat lady in the circus. Oh, she is disgusting. She's nauseating, and she's got nothing to say, except that her dad was used to hang out and sleep a lot in bed with his teddy bear, and that was it, and they had, all used to dump their goods in the living room, and that was it. She's got a goddamn talk show. Carney Wilson. Everybody's got a TV talk show, goddammit. If there's anybody out there who's looking for work, remember that kid that called the day before I went on a vacation? That 22-year-old kid that was about to rob a bank? Just get yourself a TV talk show, pal. You'll be making a fortune. You'll be famous for 15 seconds before they cancel your goddamn ass. So I come in here this morning, thanks to that guy who's doing it with Randy West or whatever that guy said he was doing for that incredible information about the passion bitch. They got her down. They got her down in Tampa. They got her off in Tampa, which probably was the first time for her. They got her ass off the air.
Holy cow!
How do you like that? And this happened not yesterday, not last week, not a week ago, Shavuos. It happened over 3 weeks ago. And the word inside the building, as usual, let's keep a lid on it. Let's sit on this and don't let the word out because it's too embarrassing. See, when we went off the air in Tampa, in fact, I kind of voluntarily said, screw you guys, because we were laying a big egg over there, man, a big, gigantic bomb. That wasn't our market. I'm not so sure that this is, but that was definitely none of our market in this town. And, so I said, hey, screw you guys, and let's get back to doing a show over here. But that was after 2 years. This bitch, highly touted, she was going to show us all a thing or two. They had 19 stations that wanted a sex bitch on a goddamn air immediately, if not sooner, according to Steve Dickhead.
I got you down.
Right. She was going to set this state on its ass, on its ear, on any position you can think of, and some that haven't been invented yet. And she's off the air on WSUN, where if you got a two-share, you got a big number. What is that? What is that all about? The sex bitch is gone in Tampa.
I got you down.
And she's on tape in Orlando. How does that work? Do we have any idea? Because we got all these green lines in here, but she's off the air in Tampa. She's on tape in Orlando, so she can't get calls live. So I guess she's just stuck with this audience, which that should tell you all you need to know. Anyway, about these Entenmann light, whatever these things are called, reduced fat, I got lots to say about that. You know, I didn't meet this woman that came in. She brought them for Rick and Suds, although Suds is on the Atkins, by the way, and doing very well, thank you. So stop trying to screw up his diet, lady, with your goddamn Entenmann garbage, with this crap. Oh, I wish I wouldn't have let them take the box out of here. I wanted to read the labels on some of those boxes. Oh, my God. When you find out one of the donuts, there was 42 grams of carb in one donut. So that's what I'm going to do today. I'm just going to read the labels of all the goddamn things. What are those?
Donuts. And you're right, 42 grams.
42 grams for one donut. And they're not even like big donuts, like those big jelly donuts. And what's this guy on his talking head show? He's wearing a Panthers jersey. Look at that. Oh, this is the Lisa show. Nintendo helps him release job stress, and he's wearing a goddamn Panthers outfit. All right. Okay, nice job for the Dolphins last night. Pretty mediocre. And J.B. Brown lucks out. One great game he's played in his career. He plays last night. He's on Sports Talk tonight. Nice timing, J.B. 10:13 at WIOD. Let's kill these rejoins, okay? I mean, if he wants to come up with something new that we haven't heard 8 million times, but in the just for the benefit of the audience, to save like 20 seconds about 5 times an hour, that's like 100 seconds. That's almost 2 minutes. So we can combat this evil thing that they're doing by jamming up the station with all these extra spots. By the way, if anybody out there is wondering where is Bob Green and where is Cheryl and where is Steve Dickhead and where's all these, they're having strategic meetings again yesterday and today and tomorrow. More meetings, more busman's holiday. More corporate expense. Boy, I wonder how much they're shelling out for this crap. So anyway, getting back to Passion Bones. I'm not saying that we got rocket scientists listening to this show, but wait till you hear. This is from a University of Florida graduate, okay? A fax that we somehow intercepted. Somebody on the staff, I don't want to mention Adam's name, but somebody intercepted this fax intended for the Passion bitch. Wait till you hear this. As I am well known, I ask that you not mention my name on the air. I'm a recent, R-E-S-E-N-T, resent graduate of the University of Florida. I'm a white male, M-A-I-L, a white male. This is a graduate of the Gator clan, okay? A white male, M-A-I-L, 24, and average looking. Ugly. Anybody that tells you they're average looking, they are uglier than crap. They're uglier than I am. I have wanted to have sex with an African-American male since I was 12 years old. Well, through the assistance of a voicemail line, I found a black male model. He is 18 and was very good in bed, spelled B-E-A-D. He was good in bead. He did the deed in bead. We did everything but 69, and he was excellent. He capitalized, as in, oh, God, he was good. I'm about 100 miles from Gainesville now, so I don't know when, if ever, I will talk to him in person again. We still talk on the phone. I am sure, even though it was a one-time together... I am sure, even though it was a one-time together sexually, I am sure we are becoming good friends. This is a 24-year-old graduate of the University of Florida. Oh, my God. I wonder what the first thing was he told his brother when they got together.
Can't beat that gator meat.
But we sure are becoming good friends. The experience was wonderful. He and I had talked about we liked before we got together, and I got oral sex and my full body stroked. Please tell Terry, if he is listening, that he was excellent. Oh! All right. Another gator strikes Terry into the hearts. So anyway, here's some Entenmann's reduced fat, 50% less than our regular cookies. Here's some chocolate chip cookies. Serving size, 3 cookies. Okay, now there's 27 cookies in a box. At least if this is right. 3 cookies, 21 grams of carbohydrate per 3. Is there anybody out there who, if they started eating these, would eat only 3? No way. No chance. Minimum you would eat, minimum would be 6, probably 8 or 9, right? Because they're very small, they're little ones. So if you ate 6, that would be 42 grams of carbohydrate. But these are reduced fat, and you wonder why all you people out there are still fat? Now let me just give you a little piece of info, okay, since the trends came out while I was on vacation last week. Not that these are necessarily all that scientific and exact, etc., in addition to which we know about 40% of the audience on this show is closet audience. Women, where we never have any women, ever. For example, you look back February, March, and April, we had a 2.8 share. This is women 18 plus. 2.7 the next month, 2.8. Then we started talking about the Atkins diet. Now, men were still number 1, kicking ass, going back up a little bit with about a 9 from 10 to 2. Women, in May, June, and July, we went up to a 3.5, from number 14 to number 9, and in June, July, and August, tied for number 6 with a 4.2 in women. Now, they won't call us, of course. They're in the closet. So when you wonder all those fat Julio women that were on Channel 10 on that piece last Friday, and all these other women who are losing weight and I'm saving their life on the Atkins, guess what? We know you're out there, sweethearts. We know you're there. In spite of the fact that I'm castigating and chastising the stupid women of America who are busy watching the talking head shows, we are finally actually getting a few women who are not busy their whole goddamn existence watching stupid, idiotic, talking TV head shows. You ever see a head show? So anyway, George Hamilton IV and his ex-wife, and we got Carney Wilson, and we got Danny Boone, a douchebag, and we got JFK Jr. He had a show for about 5 minutes, and Ron Reagan Jr. He had a show. He had one for about 5 seconds, then he dropped it. 10:21. Now, we don't want to, burden you with a lot of spots, but that's what we're here for. 10:20. In fact, when they're having a strategy meetings, what they're probably planning right now is a way to just have us tape a few liners to drop in between the spots. Because don't ever forget it, the sales department runs the operation, baby. Just keep that in mind. Wait, I'm looking at this log with this new sinister thing that our programming and sales and management asshole types who are busy in their strategic meetings right now, they're having a strategy session to see if they can drive us down to a 1 share, I guess. But anyway, I'm looking at this structure here, this stricture, and, they're choking off the programming. In other words, basically all we got is spots and promos. So I think that's the next thing. We're cutting out the rejoins on this show. And number 2, I think we're going to have to cut out these promos. Is there anybody out there in this audience who doesn't know that we have the crappiest, the most inaccurate, the most never are there traffic reports in the history of the human race? Of course not. They're a joke. We don't have to give promos for that because it's an embarrassment. It's a black mark on our eye. Is there anybody out there who doesn't know that we do the news? Okay. Right. And what are the other promos for? Is there anybody who doesn't know that Rick and Suds are on in the morning and Phil's on in the afternoon and the Passion Bitch for the time being is on at night and we got stuff overnight that we wouldn't promo if you held a gun to our head? You know all that. So what are we just wasting? Let's get to it, baby. Length of listenership. That's what it's all about. And these people, it's like they've got a goddamn game plan to chase away the audience. Here's our first call, a lady.
Hi, Neil.
How you doing?
I'm doing great. Welcome back.
Thanks.
3 things I had to tell you.
Okay.
First of all, another talk show that's on is Tempest Bledsoe. Used to be on the Cosby Show.
That's not Drew Bledsoe's wife, is it?
No. No, she used to be on Cosby, one of the daughters. She's even got her own talk show.
How do you like that? She's got her own show?
Yeah.
That fucking bitch.
Another thing, I was up in Cleveland in June.
Yeah.
And had the mistake of listening to Jazz McKay.
3WE.
And it was funny because he's up there and he was basically saying that everybody can kiss his ass because he's now heard in 32 markets.
Well, guess what?
Or 32 states. I was just up there a couple of weeks ago.
He got canned.
He got canned, and so did Gary Bruce. Yeah.
See ya, buddy.
He was
See ya, buddy.
bragging and bragging that he could be heard in 32. He was bragging that he could be heard in 32 states.
Well, whoopee-doo.
And now he can't be heard in any.
He can't be heard in any state, and even altered states.
Yeah, they said that they didn't do his contract, and Gary Bruce got fired because he was more interested in the computers than in working.
Is that what they said?
Yeah.
Because the rumor that we heard is that he quit.
No, they
But he
said
got canned?
he got fired.
Who said that?
It was in the newspaper.
Are you serial? Boy Gary got canned allegedly on the air?
See
They
ya.
said that he got fired, and Jazz McKay's contract wasn't renewed.
Unbelievable.
See ya.
So I thought that was kind of funny that, he was bragging and bragging. One other thing I wanted to ask you a question about. Sawgrass Mills Mall every morning has a mall walkers club, okay?
They have a what?
Mills Milers, where you go there and you do your exercise walking before the mall
The
opens.
Mills Milers?
Mills Milers.
Oi!
Yeah, a lot of young people are doing it.
Really?
Yeah. The only thing is, every handicap parking space is filled in the parking lot, but yet they're all in the mall walking. Does that make a whole lot of sense? They're walking like laps around the mall, a mile and a half around, and they're all in the...
Well, maybe it's like that Tony, what the hell is his name? The faith healer? Maybe when I go in there, they get healed from whatever the hell they had.
Maybe.
And they just throw away their wheelchair and their crutches and their cane.
Maybe we should just put them all in there and lock the door.
That's a good idea.
Wouldn't have a problem with handicap parking.
Well, is this while the mall is open or before they
before
open?
them, but from 8 until 10 in the morning.
Yeah.
You go in there and you walk.
Oh, so they're just parking the handicap because they figure that there's the mall ain't really open.
But they've all got their little handicap sticker
They
things
do?
hanging.
They
Yeah.
have those little things on a rearview
They're all
mirror?
hanging in there, yeah.
Nice.
But they're in there zooming up a storm walking
How do
around
you
that
like
mall.
that? What a scandal this is. This is one of the, no, seriously, this is one of the great scandals in this country.
I know.
Is people who illegally obtain handicap because they're lazy and they don't want to walk the extra 400 yards.
Well, somebody go take a look in there any morning, and you'll see every spot taken and the things hanging in the window, and yet they're all
Well, next
cruising
time you
around
go
the
over there,
mall.
steal one of them for me, okay?
Okay.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.
See ya. Yeah, you see, ordinarily I wouldn't mind. I'm really not that lazy. I'm pretty lazy, but not that lazy. But when you got to walk an extra mile and a half just to find a parking spot, which you usually do with the Sawgrass, it kind of comes in handy. Because like I've told you before, more often than not, 95% of the goddamn handicapped spaces are empty, and they're like 75 times as wide as your normal spot, and there are about 40 of them all together. So you put that together, and you got about 50,000 yards. Okay, where are we going? To the Grove. Hello.
Hello, Neil.
Yes, sir.
You had mentioned some time ago that you were off medication as a result of the Atkins diet.
Yes, sir.
And I was wondering, at what point did you come off medication? In other words, what were your readings, blood glucose readings, before and after?
Before and after?
Well, before you came off the medication.
Well, don't forget, I was taking medication.
Right.
But if I didn't take medication, my blood sugar in the morning would be like 180, 200, 220.
Okay. And how...
now it's like 98, 102.
Oh, that's great.
With no medication for weeks now.
Oh,
none. Zero.
Spectacular.
Yep.
Yeah,
See, that's why I don't understand. Now, the Channel 10 piece they had on the Atkins, they never even mentioned anything about diabetes. They did mention that it does lower your blood sugar, but their insulin levels, but that's all they said. Right. And the fact that this is one of the greatest things for diabetics that's ever been discovered in the history of the human race, and they conveniently neglected to put that in there.
I assume you came off with your doctor's
yes.
approval.
He called right on the air, and told me to not take it anymore.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yep, and he's on the diet too, and he's lost a lot of weight.
Well, that's great. It's good to have you back.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you.
Yeah, this thing, I mean, we're getting this big closet audience out there. Like I said, it's starting to show up even in the numbers, but they, they don't want to tell us. Yesterday we had all kinds of different people finally starting to admit that they're doing great, they're losing the weight. I got a couple of faxes. We had that 19-year-old Julio who called in that said even all those big fat Juliettes out there at the International Mall in no speak of the English country, all of them are on a goddamn diet. They're all clamoring to buy the book. Now, there was that piece in the Herald. Of course, the piece in the Herald was called Neil's Radical Diet, or whatever the hell she called it. So don't tell me that this show hasn't had the impact with this Atkins thing. In addition to which, speaking of the Atkins, at the risk of screwing myself, I did go to Publix yesterday right after the show, and I bought, they only had a couple of packages left, so probably because I mentioned it in the first place, even though I didn't have the correct name. The product that I was talking about, those weenies, Boar's Head Light hot dogs. Now, they are 50% reduced in fat, and most of the products reduced in fat, forget it, they have the same carbohydrates or even more than the ordinary. But these particular ones have 0 carbs, and man, even though they're small, they're teeny weenies, but you cook those up on the grill, and they just, oh man, are they crisp and delicious and fantastic. The best weenies I've had in my mouth in a long time. Boar's Head Light hot dogs. Okay, I just mentioned that. You'll be out at Lorenzo's, you'll be at Publix, you'll be at A&S, you'll be all over the place gobbling them all up. Good luck to you, okay? They're great. In fact, I think that when people find products that are like carbohydrate-free that we haven't talked about before, the very least that they could do would be calling us up and let us know about it or fax it to us, but they won't. Here's a mobile in Hollywood. Hello.
Hey, Neil, welcome back.
Thanks a lot.
Nice to have you back.
Sure.
And, listen, I want to thank you for the, I lost 20 pounds on the Atkins diet.
Oh!
And now what I did was I just transitioned into just doing eating healthier and eating a little differently because now I'm starting to be more active.
Yeah.
But it sure helped me lose that, the first 20 pounds I needed to lose to get rolling into a different type of, lifestyle. So now I'm just raising my activity level up and starting to work out again. And
I'd be real careful though about what you start eating because it doesn't take long to gain it back.
Really? Well, that's what the thing was. I didn't want to move when I was 210.
Yeah.
And now at least I'm down to where, I feel comfortable getting out.
Where you got enough energy to do it.
Exactly. So I just want to call.
See, all these exercise freaks, they're always talking about, well, you got to be more active, and you got to do this, you got to go to the gym, and you got to work out. Well, when you're a big fat blob, you don't have enough energy. You can just barely crawl your fat ass out of bed in the morning, much less go out there and start running on the treadmill and going to the gym.
Yeah, exactly. But it worked. It worked for me. It got me where I want to be, and I just want to call you and thank you. Thanks a lot, Neil.
Keep it up, pal.
Take care. Bye-bye.
See ya. Okay, so the Dolphins won last night, and I know that we haven't had anybody, even this morning on Rick and Suds, I noticed very little comment about that. Now, maybe the people are coming down to earth and they finally realize that, the defense played very well, especially J.B. Brown last night and Brian Cox. But I got to tell you something, man. That was not what you call a really spectacular performance. 17 of the 23 points came on 4 turnovers by the very inept offense of Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh defensively is spectacular. Offensively, without O'Donnell in there, I mean, forget it. They're just pathetic. Mike Tomczak is like a grade school quarterback. He always has been. The only good game he's ever played in his life was last year when he picked the Dolphins to pieces. He had his big day. That was it. That was the his medley of his hit. The kid is pathetic. And if O'Donnell would have been in there and also Rod Woodson would have been playing last night, I'm going to tell you it would have been a different story, okay? So just consider the fact that you slipped by, didn't look all that good. Running game was non-existent. Danny Boy got belted on his ass one time, got all bent out of shape, but, you got to take the hits, Danny. You can't just stand back there like a statue and expect never to get touched by human hands, okay? Wasn't a dirty hit, wasn't a spear job. It was a good, clean hit, and he's grabbing a guy by the jersey, and he's getting all pissed off because all the mouthing off that went on all week long. You got to go out there and be a man, Danny Boy, and take the you want to take the punishment like Bledsoe. Bledsoe's got a separated left shoulder. Finished the whole goddamn game on Sunday. Didn't play all that well, but he went out there and played his ass in wicked pain the entire game. He's got a separated left shoulder. Butch up a little bit, Danny, okay, sweetheart? And do something about those lips.
Opinions expressed by the host, guests, or callers on WIOD are not necessarily those of the station or its sponsors. All WIOD programs are copyright 1995 by WIOD Incorporated. No tape recordings or transcripts may be created or distributed without prior written consent of WIOD Incorporated.
Brad Pitt God.
You've heard the allegations on the news. You've read the steamy accounts in the newspaper. Now you can hear it straight from the horse's mouth. It's the new sex line from Bob Packwood, 1-900-CONGRESS.
Hi, this is Bob. Right now I'm wearing a dark two-piece suit with those little garters that hold up my socks. I bet you're getting hot, huh? Well, just you wait till I get them down around my ankles here.
Bob Packwood's 1-900-CONGRESS is the number to call when you want to go all the way to the top.
Now, if you stay on the line long enough, I'm going to put the phone down my pants.
Let Bob Packwood, the Senate's one-man sex machine, tell you what really turns him on.
I get off on women who can't stand me, and I can tell, baby, I'm really making you squirm.
Call the sex hotline that never gives it to you straight. Bob Packwood's 1-900-CONGRESS.
They subpoenaed my diary, but I don't mind. I love to hear the word subpoena.
Bob Packwood's 1-900-CONGRESS. It's phone sex we're all paying for.
Yeah. Okay, 1041 at WIOD, and I should have known. I saw that we had a call in Broward. I should have known it really wasn't a Broward call. It says a mobile in Houston, likely story. Hello.
It's the truth, Neil. I'm in Houston.
Really?
I talked to you about a month ago. I just got out of jail in Broward County. That's where I first heard you, and I live in Houston. And I just wanted to call you and congratulate you on the Dolphins' win last night.
Why are you congratulating me? I got nothing to do with it. I'm not a Dolphin fan. I'm a Patriot fan, man.
Oh, I thought you were a Dolphin fan.
No
you
way.
About it when I was down there.
Huh?
You talked about him on the radio when I was down there.
When was that?
Back in June, July.
No chance. Haven't been a Dolphin fan for, this is the second season now.
Oh, you were talking about...
You must have been hallucinating.
No, not me. That's why I was in jail, because I was hallucinating.
Yeah, evidently.
So... But I just wanted to congratulate you on your win. And
I don't want no congratulations, pal. I got nothing to do with them. If they go undefeated, if they win the next 5 Super Bowls, I'm not going to be a phony and jump on the bandwagon, okay? I was rooting for the Steelers last night.
Okay,
and if Neil O'Donnell would have been playing, they would have won the goddamn game.
It was kind of rough shape for the field, though. So, do you have a tape? Or cause,
it was what?
The field was in rough shape, though. I mean, you
why?
know,
Because they had the baseball dirt on the field?
And it was, I guess, muddy. Y'all been getting a lot of rain down there?
It was muddy?
It looked muddy.
What game were you watching last night, man? There wasn't muddy. There wasn't a cloud in the sky.
No, it didn't rain last night, but, I mean, the field seemed to be wet.
Yeah, something was wet. Okay.
No, do you have any CDs or cassettes of Best of Neil?
Do we have any?
Yeah, I mean, can you buy any anywhere, or can I order some?
Starting November 1. Call George in November.
Call George in November.
Right.
And I can order one through the phone.
You can order it right over the phone. How do you like that?
Have a great day, and go Patriots.
Okay, now we're talking. See how easy he was, and go Patriots. What a suckhole, man. Oh, no, I just changed my mind. I'm a Rams fan. They're 3-0. Okay, go Rams. Ram it. Okay, now we're back to normal in Broward. We got no calls there. 5249463. That purple cellular one line is open. Pound IOD. Oh, I'm sorry. The purple AT&T wireless line. Excuse me. Well, it takes too long to say that. We don't have time. We got to start talking real fast now because we just don't have a lot of time here, okay? We're just off to the same kind of start in Broward that we were yesterday. What's going on with you people up there in Broward? Y'all doing the mall walk up there with the sawgrass? Are they all out voting, of course, today on the goddamn penny sales tax increase so we can have our real great schools in Broward County, right? Likely story. That guy who called and straightened me out yesterday, he was absolutely correct. Anybody that votes yes on that and believes you're going to get good education in Broward County, you're in a dream world, man. You're in la-la land. They're peeing your money away. If the public in this country knew the way that governments, local, state, and federal governments pee away our money, man, we'd have a goddamn revolution if anybody ever got up off their ass from watching the talking head shows. 524 WIOD. I'm waiting on Broward here, baby. I'm waiting, and I'm going to wait until goddamn hell freezes over. I'll tell you that right now. Until we take the next call. Miami, hello.
Hey, Neil, good morning.
Yes, sir.
How you doing?
Okay.
Dolphins kick ass.
Yeah.
So?
No, they didn't kick ass. They didn't really play that well.
Marino got hurt, though. Poor little man. He can't take a hit.
Yeah. He got a good hit. I mean, how about Elway? Remember Elway got knocked silly about 3 times last year? And all these other guys getting concussions. And Aikman, remember? Aikman got concussioned twice last year. What's going to happen if Danny starts taking a few real hits, man?
Well,
he's a great quarterback, but you just can't stand back there all alone all day. You got to be able to... Well, the problem with Danny is he's just not mobile, man. That's the problem.
At least the defense holding off.
The defense played great.
I mean, you can't get any better than that.
The offense, pretty shaky. They had no running game. They just could. But don't forget, Pittsburgh's got a great defense.
Good team?
Yeah.
Well, they're going to get their ass kicked real good?
Yeah.
November 20.
That's 49er game.
So the Dolphins are going to get their ass kicked there.
It's scary, man. It's really, the prospect of it is scary.
Unless they pay it off or something.
Yeah.
That's it.
Okay, Pally.
All right, Neely.
See ya. 2 open lines in Dade, 751, 2 in Broward, 524, 2 on the green lines, 1-800-944. I think we'll have to call Tom Velveeta in Tampa and put him on the air and find out the real story on Passion Bone, which has been off the air for 3 weeks and plus 2 days, I guess, counting this week. Off the air in Tampa, canceled audios, she's a ghost. Boy, I don't understand it. Dickhead told me she was going to be the hottest thing since sliced halava, boy. She was just going to set the country on its ass and on its rear and on its up and down and in and out and back and forth. And maybe too many snowballs over there. They're not used to so much snow in Tampa. Maybe too many Red Wings. Here's the mobile in Sunrise. Hello.
Hello, Neil.
Yes.
Hi. Glad you brought this up. 2 things. First of all, I love my Dolphins. Got to take the ups with the downs. Enough said. Secondly,
What does that mean?
What does it mean? I love them. I'm a fan. That's
I don't. What do you mean take the ups with the downs? What does that mean?
Like we're having a good time this year. We didn't for the last 5 years, so there's been enough.
There's
downs.
nothing wrong with being 3-0. Oh! But I do remember a couple of years ago, wasn't it 2 or was it 3 years ago when they got off to that great start and all they needed, and then they didn't even make the playoffs 2 years ago, right?
I think they lost 5 out of 6 straight.
And it got down to the San Diego game and the Jets game, and they needed to win one of the last 2 games, and they blew them both. Remember that?
Well, hopefully this is a team that even the coaches can't screw up. So let's keep our fingers crossed.
Yeah, that's the only hope you got.
I am a single parent living in the heart of Western Elementary School, Broward, and I am voting no 100 times over because I am sick and friggin' tired of everybody telling me how great it's going to be, like they did with the lottery. They did with everything else. I do not want to see. I mean, there's enough money in the budget for them to do it if they want to do it right. I don't get enough. If I overspend my money, I don't get to say, okay, somebody help me out, give me some more. It doesn't work that way, and it doesn't work that way with Broward, and I encourage everybody out here not to fall into this trap.
All right.
It's ridiculous. They're going to squander this as badly. I mean, if somebody comes up to you and borrows $5,000 from you, you have to be prepared not to get that money back, because if they need that money now, what makes you think they're going to have it to pay you back later?
Right, like Stan Major, for example. How's he doing with my $2,000? Good example.
But no, 100 times no. Get out there and tell them enough.
Okay, pal.
Thanks.
Early and often. 2 open lines in Dade, 751-WIOD, 2 in Broward, 524. We were off to kind of a casual start there this morning. I thought we were going to have, lots of calls, not even give out the phone numbers. I thought we kind of, start getting back in the swing of doing a real goddamn show here today. Guess what? Surprise, no chance. 751-WIOD in Dade, 524-WIOD in Broward, 2 on the green lines, 1-800. By the way, the FBI is investigating Calvin Klein, just in case you missed that. 1051 at WIOD. These phones, man, are deader than a goddamn doornail. WIOD.
Neil?
Yes?
You picked me up screenless.
Yes?
What's been happening, Neil?
What does that mean?
I don't know. What's been happening? Long time no hear.
Why not?
Because I have to work for a living, Neil. They don't let me hear you.
Yeah. There's nothing happening.
Nothing's
Absolutely nothing. The same old crap, man.
Yeah. Same stuff, different day.
Yeah.
What about the football game? You watched the football game?
Yeah.
And?
Are you listening to the show or what?
Neil, I told you I can't listen to the show.
So then what are you calling me? So what are you calling for?
Because I miss you, Neil.
What?
I miss you.
Well, we don't miss you, okay? Get out of our lives. WIOD.
Neil.
Yes, sir.
You have to vote yes today.
For what?
For the tax.
Yesterday? I thought it was today.
Today.
Yesterday? So how did it come out? Did it pass or lose?
It should win.
Based on what?
Based on what? Because it's a need, and all these jerks that...
Wait a minute. Because it's a need. That's right. That's a great answer. It's a need.
That's right.
You know something? Let me tell you something right now. This guy, he don't want to have a conversation at all. He don't want to have any conversation. It's a need. And you know why he doesn't want to have a conversation? Because he has no facts. He's got no information. He can't back it up with anything substantive except it's a need, which ain't even a good cliche. There's a lot of need, as in good education in this goddamn country, and guess what? They don't know how to do it. And you can throw all the money at it, just like welfare. It's the same goddamn thing. You can keep throwing all the money at it you want. You know, the Republicans, for once in their lives, they came up with a really good idea in that welfare reform package about all these goddamn welfare women and about cutting off their benefits if they have another goddamn kid while they're on welfare. Well, guess what? My bleeding heart liberal friend said, oh, that's a bad idea. You can't punish these women just because they're making all these goddamn babies that they can't take care of, that are going out on the streets and becoming lifetime criminals. You can't do that because welfare is a way of life in America. And it's the same thing with education, baby. It sucks. It blows. It's pathetic. Just like that letter from that fax from that 24-year-old graduate from the University of Gatorland, man. And the same thing at the U of M and almost every goddamn institute. And we're talking college, baby. We're talking graduates. We're talking about somebody who somehow got a degree. And you're talking to me about education in this country. Nobody reads a goddamn book except the women reading those stupid, silly romance novels. That's what it's all about. Or reading about Lard-ass Limbaugh or Newt Gingrich or whatever right-wing piece of turd is the latest #1 on the bestseller list. That's what America's into. It's amazing. It's frightening. And this guy, well, it's a need. Yeah, we got a lot of needs, baby. But just taxing the goddamn public over and over again and pretending that the money is going to go where it belongs and really going to improve quality of education, don't sell me that because we know better. And especially in Florida. Florida should be called the no-can-do state. You pick the topic, no matter what it is. We can't do it. about the only thing we can. We screwed up everything here except the sunshine, and if we ever figure out a way to do that, trust me, we'll be right on top of it. That's what we can do. Miami Beach, hello.
Hey, Neil, how you doing?
Okay.
Listen, June 13th, you came on a Monday with the book. I went out that night and I got it, and the book too.
Yeah.
And so that's been a little over 3 months.
Is that the day that I started this thing in June?
You started, you came on the air June 13th. You said, I was in Sawgrass Mills on a Saturday or Sunday, and you saw the book, remember?
Right.
That was, yeah, back in June. And so it's been 3 months, 28 solid pounds.
Oh! So how come it's taking you so long to call and kiss my ass? I don't understand it. I don't get it.
I have, actually. I've called before. I've been giving you progress.
I would never have an open line ever on this show if the people that are doing so great. And these people that say, well, this is boring, we don't want to hear about it. Screw them, okay? They got nothing to say. Like this last guy, it's a need.
Well, the last two guys were real jerks, so I can't listen to you at work, so I'm going to call up and...
yeah, he doesn't even know what we're talking about, but he's just going to interrupt and call in the middle of the show, to give me did I see the game, even though I've been talking about it for 20 minutes.
Listen, I got a spy report from last week. You know, you're running tapes all last week?
Yeah, I know. The same ones over and over again.
Yeah, right. Well, in addition to the one that they messed up, it seems that they were trying to squeeze more spots in. There were a couple of times, I think, on Monday and Tuesday, where instead of your normal voice, it was like, okay, lines are up in Dayton Broward. You know, they were speeding you up.
They were speeding it up?
I mean, I know the tone of your voice, and it sounded like digitally they were just speeding it up a little bit.
They were speeding it up?
Yeah, like that.
Well, that's what we're going to have to do from now. We're going to have to talk a lot faster because we got to get all these spots in. Don't you understand?
That's right, Neil.
It's all spot radio.
Thanks a lot.
Okay, keep up the good work.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. It's Mickey Mouse Radio, boys and girls. We have an open line in Dade, 751 WIOD. We have two in Broward, goddammit. 524 WIOD. What the flick is wrong with you people in Broward?
524-9463 in Broward. I want to see some goddamn action from all you geriatric farts in Broward, okay? All you fossils up there. Anybody who doesn't believe in evolution, just take a look in Broward County. We got more fossils per square inch than they do in goddamn Australia. Here's Miami on the purple line. Hello.
Hello, Neo.
Open line on the purple line, pound IOD. Here's the lady in Kendall. Hello.
Morning, Neil.
Morning.
Neil, I need to apprise you of something that I haven't heard any of your callers tell you about. There's also something else going on while they're voting on this 1 cent sales tax. Do you know what the American Family Association is doing? Anybody tell you about it?
About what?
Okay, they're out at the polls, and, you know, they need to get 46,000 signatures.
Oh, yeah, to repeal the gay rights ordinance,
yeah,
right?
So there's a group of people out there with signs that say, decline to sign. And they're just going to stand there very, very nicely and very peacefully. And when the American Family Association goes up to the voters exiting the polls and telling them to vote against this Broward Commission ruling, ordinance, that people will just say, I'm sorry, I decline to sign. Because, Neil, you know that this is not a homosexual issue. This is a red herring issue. This is about...
Oh, yeah, but wait a minute. The American Family Association, the whole reason for their existence is pure homophobia.
Exactly.
If you ever read any of their literature, that's all they talk about.
I know. But they use it they use it as an opening to eventually restrict everyone's civil liberties.
Of course.
So all I say to the voters of Broward is when the American Family Association comes up to you, remember democracy, remember that you are also a part of civil liberties, and just decline to sign. Sorry to interject a serious note, Neil, but...
No, that's okay.
We're fighting for our lives here.
We are. The American Family Association, man, they're out of control. They got the FBI investigating Calvin Klein. What the hell is it? What is it going to be next?
Well, they assume that they speak for the American people. It's time for the American people to speak back and say, look, your agenda does not fit our needs.
Okay.
Thanks, Guy.
See ya.
Bye.
Yeah, the American people are really going to wake up, right? Sure they are. They're too busy watching George Hamilton and his ex-wife. All the day lines wide open, 751 WIOD, one in Broward. You know that music that Rick was playing there at the end of the show the last 15 or 20 minutes? We could probably find that cart somewhere and just crank that baby up for all the good it's doing being here today. Again, come back from vacation yesterday. It was, had to kick him in the ass a couple of times. For a Monday, it wasn't all that bad. It was okay. Come back here again today, they want to make up for it. It is just pathetic, this godforsaken place, man. Is there anybody got anything to say? I could write down 85 different goddamn things that I wanted to talk about. It wouldn't make any difference because they don't want to talk about any of them. 751 WIOD in Dade. Here we are trying desperately. I'm trying to save you like, we're eliminating the goddamn rejoins. We're going to start scratching out the promos. Just try to save the format of the goddamn radio station so we have a show here. We're trying to salvage our lives, our careers, our existence. And what does this audience do? They sit back again on their goddamn dead ass. They're all running out there to their goddamn delis right now, picking up their boar's head, low-fat, whatever the hell that, light the hot dogs, because Neil talked about it. But they sure, and then they're going to wind up with throwing away their diabetes medication. They're going to wind up losing 40, 50 pounds. They're going to go out. They're going to start getting some action. They're going to find a life. And will they ever have the goddamn decency to call me up or even send me a fax and say thank you for saving my life? No, because this is Florida. Because this is the mentality of these damn people. And go out, by the way, and speak of the word no and vote no 10 times.
If you think this hour's been strange, just wait. 610 WIOD, Miami, Fort Lauderdale. News, talk, and entertainment radio. 610 WIOD.
WIOD.
Thanks, Terry. 11:05 at WIOD. Kill that, okay? That's another extra 30 seconds. We're killing all the clutter, okay? Because we have to fight back. They've stolen 2 minutes an hour extra on everybody's show, and then they're sticking an extra spot in that news on Phil's show in a half hour. And Phil, even though he's a great talent and a nice guy, is such a pussy that he lets them overrun. This poor guy, they sent him out to the goddamn stadium, to an empty stadium every Dolphin game. The guy's not even a Dolphin fan. He's got to work the tailgate party. He's got to be there for like 10 hours every time the Dolphins play. And were it not for Brad Booger Belmonte, man, I don't know how this guy would make it through. I mean, he's not the new kid on the block anymore. He's been here for over a year now. He's been here for like a year and a half. He's doing great. Everybody loves Phil Hendrie. And this poor son of a bitch, they're destroying the man. Not to mention the fact that the sales department don't know what his name is. Okay, let's go right back to the calls, okay, as we're fighting against the goddamn establishment. Let them have their strategy meetings, okay? We'll do our own goddamn strategy. Here's a mobile in Delray. Hello?
Hey, Neil.
Yes, sir.
How you doing?
Okay.
I've been out of town for a week, and I heard from my employee that there was a special on Channel 10 on the Atkins diet.
Yeah.
And they were talking about how it was bad for you because it went after muscle and it didn't go after fat.
Well, wait a minute. First of all, when you say they were saying, they had a registered dietitian bitch on there who knows nothing about nutrition. She had no clue what she was talking about. And then all the people that they were talking to on there, they were doing great.
Yeah, that's right. That's what she said.
So instead of going out and getting a couple of medical doctors, one who might have been pro and one who might have been con, and giving the pros and cons, they have some idiotic registered dietitian who knows nothing. And I do mean nutritionists and dietitians know nothing about diet and nutrition. They had her on.
Yeah, my doctor and two other people, which are different doctors, all said it was the best diet out.
There you go. And my doctor's on it, and he looks like a new person. He's lost a ton of weight.
Great. Okay, just I'll let you know.
Okay, pal.
Bye.
Yeah, that was, and of course, again, the public just sits back. They just sit back like a sponge, soaking it up. You know, what's the use? What's the hope? My God, is there any hope at all? The Christian right has taken over this whole goddamn country. Their idea of family values is whatever their agenda is, the same old tired crap that they've been hawking about for the last 20 years now. And now all of a sudden they've taken over the government. The same thing with their abortion and with their let's burn the faggots and, that's all. And everything that has anything to do with sex, they're the only ones who are supposed to be doing it. Everybody else is a pervert. They can have it all they want. Just ask Jimmy Swaggart. Here's Hollywood. Hello.
Hello there.
Yes, sir.
I'm down here 13 years now. I'm from Michigan.
Yeah?
I'm 75 years old.
Oh.
But I want to tell you something, though. I was interviewed by a Herald reporter down at Hollywood Mall.
For what?
About what we thought about the changing the signs to read bigger and wider traffic strips and so forth.
Changing what signs to read bigger?
Pardon?
Changing what signs?
Well, anyway, what I'm getting to the point...
No, changing what signs?
Well, they mentioned it in the Miami Herald there about a month ago.
Changing what signs?
The traffic signs.
What traffic signs?
All right, you got me there.
Oh,
I don't do any driving.
Oh, excuse me for asking a stupid question. Go ahead.
Oh, that's not stupid. I enjoyed living down here, but one glaring... Pardon?
Yeah.
I'm not one of those old fuddy-duddies.
No.
75 years old.
Obviously, yeah.
But I want to bring something up that was not mentioned in the paper.
What is that?
That, I, as I said, I'm 75 years old.
Why do you keep saying that?
Well, I'm legally blind.
Oh, yeah.
I'm legally blind.
So what difference if they made the signs bigger?
All right, that's what I was getting at.
How about if they make
wait
the
a
signs in Braille so when you're driving down 95, you can reach out and touch somebody?
That sounds good.
That's a good idea.
But I gave up driving because I got this macular degeneration of the eyes.
Right.
And I'm legally blind.
Why are you telling me all of this? I mean, I don't want to sound insensitive, which I'm not, but I'm just getting a little bit. What is the point?
I think that I applied for a driver's license, and I got 6 years of driving ahead of me.
Right.
See, I gave up driving a year ago.
Right. Why'd you do that? Everybody else down here is, if they're not blind, they're all stoned out of their minds, and they're the same as blind, so what difference does it make? Go out there and have a good time, pal. Put the pedal to the metal. We have an open line. Oh, Jesus. Thanks, George. Open line in Dade, 751, one in Broward, 524. I'm blind. I got a driver's license for the next 500 years because it's the state of Florida. Like these old women who are getting renewals of their driver's licenses in the mail. They're like 82 and 85 and 95 years old, and they're getting 6-year renewals in the mail. They don't even have to go down for an eye test, for an ear test, for a bowel movement test, for any kind of for an enema bag test. They're getting renewals because this is the state of Florida. And if you believe that by giving them more of your sales tax money that they're going to improve the quality of education or any other quality of life in this state, just take a look at the construction on the roads, man. Just take a look. They start a project January of this year. If we're lucky, by the year 2000, they might get done with it. How are they doing down there on Kendall Drive and on Sunset? How are they doing up there on 125th and Biscayne? How are they doing right up here on Biscayne where they got the whole goddamn road narrowed down? They're going to be working on that for the next 10 years. How are they doing on anything? They can't get it done, baby. They can't do it. Just like that really neat turnpike toll increase. Let's get those bumper stickers out of there. That worked good. That Chuck Meyer campaign, that was it. Here's a Lady Mobile in North Miami Beach. Hello.
Neil.
Yes, ma'am.
You're very obnoxious.
Yeah.
And loud and very ignorant. And I'm sorry. I'm.
So why are you listening?
Because you're stupid to listen to, and I like laughing at you at half your age, and I think I'm smarter than you are.
Yeah, based on what? What is it that you know that I don't? Am I going too fast for you? Click. There she goes. Stupid bitch. What a stupid, smelly bitch. But you're probably right, honey. You're a hell of a lot smarter than I am, and you're a real freaking genius. And what time is your show on?
That fucking bitch.
Exactly. Open line at Broward, 524-9463, 524-WIOD. Sunrise on the Purple Line. Hello.
Good morning, Neil.
Buenos dias.
I think you got a great show here. I wish I could listen to you more often.
Even though I'm stupid and I'm ignorant and she knows her crap.
Yeah, well...
She really knows crap.
They'd stay on the phone longer if they had something to say.
Yeah, she had nothing to say.
True. But I only get to listen to you 2 days a week because I work the graveyard shift, so I listen on my days off. The rest of the days I'm sleeping.
Yeah.
But I've got to thank you. I think you are a lifesaver. I've only been on the diet for 2 weeks. I suffer from degenerative arthritis in both knees for 14 years.
Stop! I don't want to hear about any more diseases, okay? We got the old guy with his macular degeneration. He's blind as a bat. You got 2 bad arthritic legs. Stop.
Okay.
Go ahead.
But for that...
I don't want to stop you, but stop it.
Okay. But I've just been saying that because of that, I have not been able to exercise, and it's sort of like a double-edged sword.
Yeah.
I've got a good appetite, but because I can't exercise, I can't lose the weight. And I've been on every diet going. I'm on it for about a week and then give up because I'm starved. This diet's great. I've lost 14 pounds in 14 days now, and I'm going to stick with it.
Great.
And again, you're a lifesaver. Thanks a lot, Neil.
Okay, keep it up and don't tell us any more about your arthritis.
Okay, Neil.
Okay.
Have a good day.
Oh, man. Let's hear from everybody who's got a disgusting... let's hear it. Come on, we want to see it. We want to see from people that got like those gnarled up toes, that are like you know what I'm talking about, right? I mean, like one toe goes to the left and the other one goes to the right and one of them goes straight up in the air. Let's see some pictures of that. Come on, we'll get a 90 share with that. Open line on the Purple Line, pound IOD, pick it up and pound it. It's a free call. We pay for it. It's the AT&T wireless, baby, whatever that means. 16 at WID. That was Aaron who made that call 2 calls back?
That fucking bitch.
I thought I recognized the voice. Here's a mobile in Fort Lauderdale. Gone, long gone. There's the sound of that mobile. We were getting to you next. We skipped all the rejoins, everything, just so we could get to you right away because you're calling on your dime and you crap out. What a jackass, man. What a mother. Here's Homestead. Hello.
Hey, Neil.
Yes, sir.
How you doing?
Okay.
Listen, I just wanted to let you know it's about third time of thanking you for the Atkins, but I heard you crying.
No, wait a minute. But don't you understand? There are thousands and thousands of people out there. I don't want, not that I don't appreciate it. I don't want the same people calling every 2 days telling me they lost another 3 ounces, man.
I know that.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
These miserable bastards, all they do is take. They're just takers. They drain the blood out of you.
Yeah.
Like squeezing a sponge.
But anyway, I wanted to, you were talking about bottom round, that stuff you buy?
Yeah.
Meat? Well, we've been using that for 35 years.
Have you?
Yeah, we just cook a roast.
That'll make your bottom round, I'll tell you that right now.
Huh?
I said it'll make your bottom round.
And listen, did you see Saturday's paper? This Jeff Foxworthy has the you know you're a redneck if your family tree doesn't split.
Yeah. Oh, that guy just sends me. Yeah.
But anyway, he's got a contest. He wants to know. You're in South Florida. If can you imagine a good comedy writer? What he could do for that?
Oh yeah. I could write about 500 of those.
Yeah.
Okay, pal.
Good.
Have a great life.
Bye-bye.
One open, something open. Open line and date, 751. So the sex bitch is off the air in Tampa, okay? How come we're not getting any calls about that? I remember back in the beginning when she was on the first few months, we had a potpourri, a mass of call about that show, mostly in protest. People that were psychotic about that show. And, of course, in the meantime, they've all allegedly stopped listening. You're not kidding me. Every time she talks about snowballing, every time she talks about earning your Red Wings, you guys are out there with your finger up each other's ass. Who the hell are you kidding, huh? Up your own? Here's Orlando. Hello.
Yeah, Neil, how you doing, man? Good morning.
Okay, man.
How's everything?
Great.
Oh, that sex bitch in Tampa, man, she blew, let me tell you.
She blew in Tampa?
She blew Tampa, but I think she was on, like, Ron and Ron's Hooters or something like that, or Bob Lasseter's Hooter. But anyway, Neil, listen to me,
What does that mean?
Oh, I don't know. But listen, that blind driver, tell him to put the pedal to this right here, will you? And that obnoxious bitch, take her with him.
Okay.
Listen.
Okay, yeah, listen to the sound of the dial tone. Let's go to Kendall. Hello.
Neil.
Yes, sir.
I was listening earlier about the lady talking about the votes and the family coalition there.
Yeah.
I got to say that I really have to say that these people don't need special rights. I'm tired of everyone saying that this person gets these rights, that person
nobody wants special rights. People just don't want to be discriminated against. You want to discriminate against people? Is that what you want?
I don't want people to get
Let me ask you this question. Do you live in Broward County?
Yes.
You do? How come you're calling in Dade? You don't even live in Broward, do you?
Yes, I do.
You vote in Broward?
I'm down here going to school.
Where do you live?
I live in Broward.
Where?
In Broward.
In where? Yeah, do you see what I'm saying? Another phony, another little homophobe right there. These people don't need special rights. Let me say this to you, okay? One way or the other, you can't vote on whether people have rights or not. And that's one of the biggest problems with this country. And, of course, when they passed the civil rights laws, they didn't say, okay, all you people in Alabama and Mississippi and Florida and Louisiana and all these other redneck states, let's go out and put it to a vote and see whether we want to give rights to black people, okay? You can't let the public vote on whether people can be discriminated against or not. That's up to the government, is to protect the public from discrimination. But, of course, they don't, because homophobia now is a way of life. That's part of the good Christian right now. That's one of the main planks in their thing. In their ass is homophobia, man. If you can't find a scapegoat, just like Hitler found out, you can't get very far. But when you find some good scapegoats, when you build up some real good hate, then you really make some progress. Then they'll elect your ass. And the rest of you, too. Here's Pompano. Hello?
Neil, how are you today?
Okay, sir.
Are you regretting coming back from your vacation?
Oh, God, you have no idea.
Hey, pretty soon, actually...
See, you know what my problem is? I go away on vacation. I have a great time just about every time. I come back, I rest for a couple of days, and I somehow I delude myself into believing that it's going to be different. Why is it going to be different? It's never going to be any different here.
Never is.
This town's never going to change. These people aren't going to change. I drive to work in the morning. I get to Dade County. I look around. 99% of the people in every car are a bunch of geeks. They're geeks.
It's terminal, Neil. Pretty soon, actually, a week and a half, this isn't going to matter anymore. The hockey starts again.
That's right. That's what I said yesterday. Thank God for that.
Absolutely.
Panthers got shut out 2-0 by the Islanders last night.
Uh-oh. That's not a good sign, is it?
But they won 6-5 the night before that, so you'll feel better about that.
This is true. Hey, but now we're going to...
Leafs beat Ottawa 4-2 last night.
Oh! Now we're going to be able to see some real teams play hockey this year, too. Toronto, Chicago,
Right, that's
Detroit.
right. We don't have this shortened season where we just play our own conference. That's right. Good point.
Better-looking people to see.
Right.
All right, Neil.
Okay.
Take care.
See ya. That's right. Better-looking people to see. We'll have Pavel Bure and Alexander Mogilny with their matching hairdos. God, are they looking strange or what? I'm telling you, there's the dark horse team right there. Is Vancouver, eh? Boy, they're going to be tough as nails this year. Those damn Canucks. Oh, we got to do another one. Jesus, this is just. I'm cutting every corner I know how. You know what I'm saying? I'm cutting them. I'm chopping them. Oh, sorry about that.
I'm a rich girl, and I've gone too far, but it doesn't matter anyway. I can rely on the old man's money. Jay Howard's dead, and now it's my money. I'm a bitch girl, 'cause I stole it from his kids, but it doesn't matter anyway. Everybody hates me, and I don't care, 'cause I'm a millionaire.
Okay, 11:25 at WIOD. Can't we come up with something at the end of the clusters to stick in there, some horrendous sound?
What do you want to use? Like a fart sound effect or
What
something?
do I want to use? How about a goddamn H-bomb would be good. How about a good fire, man? A good bonfire for this place? Man, would that be just what the doctor ordered or what? Open line and Dave. Yeah, that's good. 751 WIOD, 2 in Broward, 524 WIOD. Oh, Jesus. Adam from Excitement is our only call in Broward. That's pretty sad.
Hi, Neil.
How you doing?
How are you?
Okay.
Listen, I just wanted to say I was up in Tampa about a month ago.
Yeah.
And they were voting on the gay rights ordinance bill there.
Yeah.
Which, of course, didn't pass.
Mm-hmm.
And they basically were voting on their God-given right to discriminate against people of other sexual preferences.
Right.
And they would have people would get up and say that gay people were responsible for every problem in America today was because of gay people. I mean,
Aren't they?
It was pretty pathetic. It really was bad.
Well, what do you expect over there? What do you expect in Tampa, Florida, for Christ's sakes?
So
a bunch of nose pickers.
Just figured I'd call and share.
I guess, doing it with your pig and your sheep, that's okay, but doing it with another human being, that's a problem.
Marrying your cousin's all right, too.
There you go.
Anyway, taking George to a party on the 30th. Can I plug it?
Well, what is this? Some kind of a under-the-table deal now? You're taking George to a party, and he told you get a free plug on the air? Is that what this is all about?
No, he didn't.
Is this like those Sunday lunches he was having with Al Goldstein and Fat Rich for a while there? Is that what this is like?
No, he didn't tell me anything of the sort. I just figured I'd ask you.
Well, what is it?
Palace Centerfold. It's going to be lots of free drinks and free party and all sorts of stuff.
Oh, I bet you the PD will show up for that.
Absolutely. It's the 30th at 8
Let's go get a drink. Come on. Let's have a little drink. Let's screw all this stuff here. Let's not worry about it. Let's just go have a drink.
There you go.
Yeah. So where is it? What is it?
It's at Palace Centerfold.
Let's have a drink. Yeah.
At 3 o'clock.
3 o'clock when?
At Palace Centerfold on the 30th.
Of September?
Yes.
Where the hell is that?
It's down in Homestead. It's down
Let's
south.
just go get drunk. Yeah. Okay, Adam.
Near Homestead.
Okay.
See ya. Bye.
Homestead, that's just like Tampa. We have an open line in Dade, 751. Homestead, Perrine, and Naranja. Man, you talk about nose pickers. Woo! Holy Toledo, baby, as Rick Weaver would say. And by the way, speaking of Rick Weaver, my God, this Bill Zimfer, what are we going to do about this guy? He is just so lackluster. On the one hand, you got him, which he sounds like he's coming out of a computer. And on the other hand, you got Mandy. Yes! All right! Oh, God, it's dynamite. Here's Delray Beach. Hello.
Neil, how you doing, pal?
Okay, sir.
Welcome back.
Yeah, sure.
How was vacay?
Great.
I wanted to shed a little bit of light on the caller who called a while ago, and you weren't understanding what he was talking about, the signs.
The 75-year-old guy that was blind and was driving to work right now?
Yeah. I read something in the paper a while back that this is Walken Lawton, our illustrious governor. His answer to the seniors on the road was just to make the signs bigger so they can see them and make the lines in the road bigger.
There you go. That's right. In other words, we don't care we got danger. And I'll tell you another thing. All these people that can't speak English that are out there driving around that can't read the traffic signs, let's just put them up there in 45 languages.
Sure, but he's afraid to lose a vote or two,
Yeah.
And,
he makes me sick, man. He makes me nauseous.
I know. So what did you think about the Dolphins last night?
I thought they played a pretty marginal game offensively. Their defense played kick-ass football, but their offense was very marginal, and they should thank Mike Tomczak. They should thank O'Donnell for being injured.
For not showing up.
That's right, and they should kiss the ground that they won that game. They, the score looked like one thing, but they didn't really play all that well. They took 17 of the points on turnovers.
Yeah.
17 points on turnovers.
I got a kick out of Coach Brainstem on the sideline. He looked like he was looking out on the field, bottom of the ninth, waiting for a double play. I don't think he's got a clue, man.
Did you see after Marino took that pop and they had to take him out of the game and put in Kosar, did you see he was sweating up a storm, man? He looked like he had just seen the ghost of Christmas past. Good God. I'm telling you.
We need JJ in there bad.
There you go.
All right, enjoy. Love the show.
Okay, Pally. Have a great day. Open line in the green line, 1-800-944-9463. Where are these meetings going on? Does Mitch Ween know where these, we don't know either, huh? Clandestine, is it some kind of a secret? What bar are these big strategic meetings going on yesterday and today and tomorrow again? This company pees away more money in 1 month on caca, on meetings and crap and bureaucratic garbage than most of you people will ever see in your lifetime if you live to be 200. That's the saddest part of it. But God forbid if we ever need a new cart machine in here, if we need a piece of equipment that might work, well, it's not in the budget, okay? We can't afford it. In addition to which, we're going to be moving in about 3 years, so, we're going to be moving next summer. How can you look people in the face and tell them such a bald-faced goddamn lie? The chances of us being in that building next summer are the same as the sisters coming in here giving me a check for $2 billion in cash right now. And you know what I'm saying? That's how much chance there is. Everybody in the building knows it, but of course we want to go around and pretend so people feel better about having to drive into this sewer, this toilet of a pit that the station is located in right now. Every goddamn day, back and forth, driving, just fighting off the geeks in those little brown Toyotas, in those little beat-up pieces of crap with no license plate, with no goddamn tires, with no brakes, with no headlights, with no taillights, with no signals, with no driver. I'm going to tell you something. We'd be ahead of the game if those cars were moving and there was no driver. We'd still be better off. Here's Hialeah. Hello.
Hey, that's me. Hello, that's me, I guess.
That's you. Sounds just like you.
First-time caller, long-time listener.
Okay.
Wanted to thank you about putting me on the Atkins.
Great. Now we're starting to get a few of these bastards out of the woodwork.
Actually, no, I had faxed you a couple times earlier in the summer, but never heard anything back. I know you must get a ton of those things.
No, more often than not, we don't get them at all. It's like our mail.
Well, I don't know about that part.
And like our phone messages, which we never get.
Anyhow, 35 pounds in 8 weeks.
Oh! Well, that's fantastic.
And triglycerides have come down a good 20%. Cholesterol's come down the whole way. I'm on it with a buddy. We're doing it in the buddy system.
Yeah.
And
you're doing your buddy?
No.
Yeah.
No, thanks. But he's doing the diet as well.
Right.
Anyhow, I just wanted to thank you for that.
Great.
And I had another thing.
And you know something? The most important part of these people we're hearing from the last couple of days, and the facts I had yesterday in my own experience, instead of all this gloom and doom about, the blood lipids are going to go way up because you're eating all this meat and all this eggs and cheese, and your cholesterol and triglycerides are going to go soaring and you're going to get sick, everybody's is coming down. It's coming down.
It's a lot of BS. They really don't know what
they haven't got a clue.
When they talked about what people were eating when they were coming up evolutionary, they were eating meat and things like that.
That's right.
And for the most part, that's, the way it is. Another thing about the Panthers training in Greensboro, I have a buddy that lives up there.
Yeah.
None of the people up there have any idea that they're training in Greensboro in the Coliseum, and it's a real nice facility up there. So I tried to send them out there, but, they're not getting any press. The only press I saw was the people trying to teach the number 1 draft pick how to talk English.
Mm-hmm.
And
without much success.
Right. He's got that stupid grin on his face.
Yeah.
But with all that money, I guess it's
must be the money, baby. Must be the money.
And last but not least,
yes?
I heard you, I know you don't like the computers and all that kind of stuff.
No, I have a computer. It's not that I don't like them. I just don't like these computer nerds. They all look the same. They're all about 18, 19 years old. They got the little silly wire-rimmed glasses on. They look like nerds. Their whole life is sitting there in front of that stupid screen.
Well, that's not my whole life, but I saw today something on the machine about WIOD having a homepage on the web, and I don't know if you knew anything about it. You know somebody?
Yeah, that's one of Davy Gravyline's boyfriends put all that stuff on there, and hey, at least it's a little publicity. It's more than we get from the management.
Oh, I didn't know if it was sponsored by the station or
Are you kidding me?
Oh, well,
no, it's
money,
just some
right?
it's just some listener out there that's doing a thing for us because he likes us.
Oh, okay.
You don't think this place would ever lift a finger? We're too busy with the promotions department where we got a silly bitch in there running around the building telling everybody off. That's her job.
Well,
yeah, that's her job is telling everybody off. And she's doing a great job of it.
Well, I just wanted to thank you very much for all your stuff.
Well, keep up the great work, pal.
And may I call someone a douchebag?
Yes.
Larry Lipner, you're a flaming douchebag.
Mostly flaming. Okay.
Thank you, bud.
See ya.
Bye.
Two open lines are both in Dade, 751-9463, 751-WIOD. It's just amazing what's going on around this place. But you know something? You can't avoid and evade forever. You know what? You just can't avoid the obvious confrontations forever. And if I had some people working with me here who weren't such a bunch of damn pussies like that Phil Hendrie, I thought Rick Riley, you know something? Rick Riley is growing a little pair. Not big, but they're getting bigger every day. Maybe since they took the gallbladder out, it'll relieve the pressure in the lower abdomen. It'll leave room for like a little bigger pair. But Phil Hendrie, as great as he is, and believe me, there's no bigger fan in this building of Phil Hendrie than yours truly, but this guy is a pussy. Do you know how many spots this guy had on his show yesterday? This guy had one endorsement spot in 4 hours. One spot. And I hear him saying, you know, making a joke out of it when he quits smoking, then he's going to be in a salesman's puss and this and that. I mean, you know, the bottom line is whether he needs the cash or not. The fact is this is one of the great talents in radio in America, and these people here don't even know his name. Okay? Plus the fact that they're screwing up. Oh, 2 today. All right, now we're picking it up, Phil. You can come in, Phil.
Are you
positive? We just checked, double checked. Although I think one just got scratched. But man, and now they're sticking that second spot in the headlines at the bottom of the hour. It's getting to the point where Margaret ain't even going to be able to tell you she's from Bal Harbor anymore. But hey, we're just here to must be the money. We're the Deion Sanders of radio, pal. Just squeeze it in there. Squeeze it out of us, man. 20 till noon at WIOD. Let's all put our hands together and give Jesus a hand, okay? He needs a hand. He's kind of tied up at the moment. We have an open line in Dade, 751. We got one on the green line, 1-800-944-9463. Yeah, so that was Aaron Summers' girlfriend that called in before and was had the radio up in the back and couldn't have a conversation about anything, couldn't put like 5 coherent sentences together. Nice going, sweetheart. I hope you're having a great day, honey. Coral Springs on the purple line. Hello.
Hey, Neil.
Yes, sir.
Hey, it's Mark. I'm actually working in Kendall, but I live in Coral Springs.
Uh-huh.
I just wanted to say, while I was away, while you were away, I was also away, visited Key West for the first time with my wife for our 10-year anniversary and had a great time.
Really?
Yeah, I'd like to just thank everyone in Key West. They really made
Thank them for what?
They really showed us a very hospitable time.
They showed it to you?
Well, not much, but it was really nice. We had a great time. So
great. I'm happy for you.
Yeah. Secondly, I also voted today, and I did vote yes for the school penny tax referendum.
Uh-huh.
No comment?
What do you want me to comment? You already voted.
Okay. I just hope...
You're easy. That's all I can tell you. You're easy.
Well, I have 3 kids, and I hope it gets them out of the portables, and maybe we can get some real classrooms for them.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
I got news for you. You know, I hate to break the news to all these people out there, but if they think their kids are going to get a quality education anywhere in the state of Florida, I mean, good luck.
No, I didn't say that. I said out of portables and into a regular classroom.
Okay.
Okay. Third thing, I don't know if you followed the Red Sox, that they're down to 2 games to win.
2 games to clinch, yeah.
To clinch, yeah. Okay. I just hope.
And the Angels, by the way, lost again last night 4-0. They couldn't beat a girls' little league team, man. They couldn't hit their way out of a paper sack. Their 10.5-game lead in the middle of August is now 2 games. Seattle is going to go past them like they're standing still, and I wouldn't be surprised they don't even make the wild card.
Definitely.
This is one of the great choke jobs in the history of sports.
Red Sox are giving them a run, but Seattle's going to catch California. That's for sure.
The Red Sox are going to give...
Well, they're giving the Angels a run for choking. They should have clinched it while you're away.
The Red Sox, don't worry about that.
All right, I hope not.
The only thing you're going to have to worry is when they play the Indians. Then you got to worry big time.
Why do you think New England hasn't been able to get those touchdowns through the air this year?
Beats the hell out of me. I got no idea, except for the fact that other than Brisbee, they got rid of all their good receivers from last year. That just makes a little bit of a difference. Although he wasn't throwing the ball that well anyway. He just, I don't know what the story is. Maybe too much money for Drew. Maybe he injured himself signing that big contract. He might have injured his throwing arm, but I don't know what the story is. Maybe it's that sophomore jinx. Maybe this is going to be the off year, and next year he'll come back. Maybe.
Maybe.
He's got a fractured left shoulder, you know.
No, I know. Well, he's a tough guy.
I mean, separated left shoulder.
Right.
Next week is the bye for the Miami and New England, so he's got a week off. They say he'll be back for the game after that, but good luck to him.
Yeah.
They can't score. They got this. That's the strangest part. Everybody assumed that their offense would be kick-ass like last year, and the defense was their weak point. Their defense is playing pretty damn good, especially against the 49ers, and their offense is impotent.
Definitely. First half, they looked great against 49ers. They really did.
Yeah, their defense was phenomenal, and if they could have just stuck the ball in there a couple of times, it would have have been a totally different ballgame.
Right. I hate to say it, but I am a Giants fan as well. And
well, boy, you need some serious help. Oh, man.
Florida State could beat them this year, I think.
This kid, Dave Brown, I feel so sorry. He is so out of place, and he's on such a crappy team, and it's just, it's sad. It's like watching, this year, I think, more so than in any year in recent years, the disparity in the league. They're supposed to be going for parity with a salary cap, which is a joke.
Not happening.
But for example, in the AFC, is there any team in the AFC that could give the Dolphins a run right now? I don't think so.
No one.
Not even close.
No one. And you're only.
And in the NFC, you got Dallas and San Francisco. Is there anybody else close to them?
Not for against an NFC team, no. But AFC, you got a couple. I think Minnesota played 49ers pretty well, and they could probably handle the Dolphins. It'd be a good game. But Dallas and the 49ers blow everybody away.
Yeah.
Blow everybody away. Last thing, could I call someone a douchebag, please?
Yeah.
All right. Jesus Hernandez is a cigar-smoking, air-conditioning fixing douchebag.
Okay, pal.
Thank you, buddy.
See ya. By the way, speaking of which, I'm glad he reminded me, Jerry Jones, and why this story is buried, maybe because it came out kind of late yesterday, but on the last page of the sports in the Sun Sentinel, page 12C, and they had it on, if you were watching the football game last night, they had it on repeatedly with Brent Mausberger, but this goddamn Jerry Jones, who's like the George Steinbrenner of football, I mean, where do these guys come from? With their big money, who think that they're going to buy everything and they're going to do their own thing and they're going to run their own rules. This guy wasn't bad enough. He gave Deion Sanders all that money so he can sneak his way around the salary cap. This guy wants to make up his own rules as he goes along. I think when they have that meeting, which they're having right now, as I understand this morning with the owners, I think there's going to be like shaking chandeliers in the room, and it's going to be like in Godfather 3. Remember that meeting they had with the heads of the 5 families? I think Jerry Jones is going to get hit, is what I think. The NFL is suing him for $300 million. The league, they got this cooperative thing. The owners finally got together many years ago. They decided if the small market teams like Green Bay and Cincinnati, if they had a chance to make it, they had a share in the spoils. They want to wet their beak a little bit, like in The Godfather. Let us, share the water from the well. But not Jerry Jones. The league's got to deal with Coke. He makes a separate deal with Pepsi. The league's got to deal with Reebok or whoever it is. He makes a separate deal with Nike. The league's got to deal with Visa. He's on the verge. He's going to make a deal with American Express. And this guy just thinks he's going to run his own goddamn league, this son of a bitch. I hope they tattoo his ass from here till the end of time. And I really apologize. All you Cowboy fans out there, I mean, they're okay. They're not as good as you think they are. They're all right. They're not as, that's not as, watching the Cowboys ain't like it used to be, man, when Tom Landry was there. Oh, when Roger Staubach and then Danny White, those were the days when they really were America's team. That was the excitement, man, on a Sunday afternoon in that 4 o'clock game, Pat Summerall and John Madden on CBS. The Dallas Cowboys against it didn't make any difference. That was exciting. Those were some great years. But it's really sad that you got to have a horse crap owner like Jerry Jones because, they don't need Deion Sanders. That's the best part. I don't care how many injuries they got. They don't need Deion Sanders. And even with Deion Sanders, if he ever decides he's going to be able to play after his surgery in his baseball, they're still not going to beat the 49ers no matter what. It just ain't going to happen. But these guys that come along, and like I said yesterday, if you had any doubts, a lot of people had ambivalent feelings when the strikes were going on. Is the problem with the owners? Is it the players and the player union? The owners. Nobody is holding a gun to their head and making them pay all this money and do all these devious things to get around the salary cap. They set up a process by which they were supposed to stop all of this, having the rich bastards buying up all the championships. And now what do? Well, they get around it by hook and by crook, mostly by crook. Jerry Jones, you make me sick. 11:47 at WIOD. Let me tell you about Lowjack again, the stolen recovery system, and share another amazing recovery report with you. Kimberly is a travel professional from Florida who recently bought a used 92 Plymouth Sundance already equipped with Lowjack. But guess what? Kimberly, being a little on the stupid side, she didn't know there was one in there. One evening after work, her heart almost stopped. It just started pitter-pattering. And her heart, too. She found her car had been taken from the parking lot beside the building where she works, but Lowjack, the stolen vehicle recovery system, was protecting that car. When Kimberly reported the theft to police, the Lowjack in her car was automatically activated, sending out that usual Lowjack silent but deadly and very effective signal. Police followed the Sundance in their cruisers equipped with Lowjack tracking computers, and she was thrilled to pieces, man. She got out her pocket rocket when they got that car back. Let's face it, if professional thieves, if that Gonoff wants to get your car, he knows how to get it out of there, okay? He's going going to get away with it. So the real answer, the real protection you need is quick recovery. And when you buy Lowjack right now, they'll give you a free alarm system with your Lowjack system, too. So get the lowdown on Lowjack from your new or used car dealer when you go out and buy a car. Or if you think it's a pretty good idea to get it in the car you're driving right now, which it most certainly is, call Elaine and she'll help straighten your ass out. Call 1-800-53-LOWJACK, 1-800-535-6522. Oh, yeah. Okay, 11:51 at WIOD. I like that a lot better. Here's Hialeah. Hello.
Neil, how you doing?
Okay.
I'm a first-time caller, and I'd like to congratulate you on such a good show, and I'd like to comment on that lady that called that told you you were obnoxious.
I'm a dumbass, that's right.
You know, I'd like to tell her that she's a stupid bitch. That's what she is, and I hope she's still listening.
Oh, she is.
Oh, I'm
She's
glad.
sitting on it right now. She's hopping on it. She's
That's
jumping up and
right.
down right in the
That's
car.
right.
She's
She's a
hopping on the
fake.
joystick.
She's a fake. She's a fake. She claims that she don't like it, and she's really listening.
You know, anybody that calls a radio show and waits on hold for like 20 minutes, a half hour, 45 minutes, so they can get on and tell the host how stupid he is now they don't like the show, that person is full of crap, okay?
Exactly.
She's getting sexual arousal from this show.
Exactly.
She even admitted that she enjoys, in a perverse way, she's loving it.
Yeah, she sure is.
In fact,
All
this
right,
is
Neil.
probably the only goddamn stimulation she gets. I wouldn't be surprised she's got that radio deep between her legs right now.
Oh, God. She's
She's
probably
sitting
does.
on it.
All right, Neil, keep up the good work.
Okay, Pally.
All right, bye-bye.
See ya. Dade lines all open. All three dead. Anybody speak English in Dade? Come on, you can do it. 751. Huh? Am I going too fast? 751 946 9463 751 WID. You're a little bit slow today. It's, the same old aggravation all over again. We got a million different things going on. We got the Christian Coalition running the country. We got the goddamn FBI suing Calvin Klein. We got FBI sharpshooters who just won't testify. They're taking the Fifth Amendment. We got Mark Furman taking a fifth, and we got the program director drinking a fifth. That's what's going on. And you people, you just sit back there in your lethargy, and we're going to go out there and vote. That's right. We're going to vote and impose another penny sales tax on us because we know we're going to get those kids out of those portable classrooms, get them into a real building, and then still get the same crappy education that they've always been getting because this is Florida. Florida, which, by the way, year after year, we're like number 46 or number 47 in spending for education. Isn't that great? About the only state that we beat out every year is Louisiana. We're the dumbest people on the face of the earth. Louisiana, that's where. Why do you think they call it Louisiana? How's Bayou, baby? Here's Boca. Hello.
Uncle Neil?
Yes?
Neil, I just want to tell you, first of all, welcome back.
Oh, thanks.
I think next to Dick Burton, you are the most incredible genius in radio today.
Oh, next to Dick Burton. I'll have to tell him that next time he calls. What, is he on the other line with you now?
No,
or what?
he was. I was just up in Detroit last week, and
Yeah.
I was up there, and I was thinking to myself, it's a pit, but nothing compares to the toilet that is South Florida.
Yeah.
My
Even
girlfriend and I are down-
Detroit?
What's that?
Even Detroit?
Even Detroit, Neil. At least up there, there's a sense of community with the crime.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point.
We're trying to escape from this hellhole called Miami now, and the problem is, where the hell do you go? I don't want to be one of these old cronies that call you all the time saying how great New York, blah blah blah. I don't have a condo.
I'll tell you, a great city, but nobody can afford to live there, and that's Boston. You see, Massachusetts got the sales tax and the thumb tax and the city tax, and they got more taxes than you can shake your thing at.
Well, truly, what we're thinking about is maybe Arizona, New Mexico, somewhere in the middle of the freaking.
Oh no! Arizona.
Hey, we're hours from Vegas. I mean, what can I tell you? Listen, I got a
So
couple
how about moving to Vegas?
We thought about that too. I've just.
They got a real good education system there. They got one of the best public education systems in America there if you got kids.
Well, thank God for us we don't. Now, here's my recommendation for the penny sales tax, which I know the idiots in Broward County are going to vote in today. Let's build some little prison camps for these pseudo-gang punks that are running around doing all the crimes, whose names will never get printed in any of our scumbag newspapers down here because of the stupid state laws that say if you're under 18... You're a juvenile.
I say if you're over the age of 12, you're no longer a juvenile, and therefore your name should be published in the paper. They should put in your picture. They should, smear you in front of everybody else out there and realize what a scumbag you are, okay?
Hallelujah.
When somebody gets knifed by somebody that's 13 or 14, some punk, they're just as dead or just as sick as they were if they got knifed by somebody 25.
Well, that's a ridiculous law, Neil.
You're right.
It's got to be taken off the books. Second thing, in the Slum Sentinel today, again, this Ann Victoria Moore lady up in Sunrise taking this guy to court saying that he's her ex-husband when he's in fact not. Someone needs to shoot this bitch.
Yeah.
That's all I got, Neil.
What can I tell you? They're out there. She's been watching too many Danny Bona douchebag shows.
Have a great life.
And back to you. She probably was watching Jenny Jones when that fag came on there, and, that guy got shot. Oh, my. See what I'm telling you? They can't tell the difference between reality and fantasy. The American public, they don't know. They don't know. It's on TV. Therefore, what I'm watching, it must be for real. There must be something. All these people decided to come on here in front of 20 million people and air out their big personal arguments, their grievances. They're coming out of the closet on the air. They're talking about their sleeping with this one's grandmother on the air. They're all doing it on the air. Right. We believe that. Of course. Just like we believe O.J. is innocent. Here's a mobile in Miami. Hello.
Hey, how's it going, Neil?
Pretty good.
Yeah, I'm the jackass on the mobile phone that hung up about 20 minutes ago. Sorry, but I got...
Yeah, but you called back. You're almost almost redeeming yourself.
Well, I tried to. Hey, about this penny sales tax. You know, up in Palm Beach County, we have these new schools that they're building rapidly that they say cost less and they're faster to build, but the roofs leak like a sieve.
Isn't that nice?
Yeah. I'd like to know who the designer was and who the people are who investigated the builders to make sure that they were going to build a quality school.
I don't get it. I just don't understand it. I went to high school in a little town of 10,000 people, Canandaigua, New York, at a school called Canandaigua Academy. And that school is no longer this. You know, since then they've built a new high school, but it was, you know, a big red brick building like most schools that you used to see, and the roof didn't leak, and it was, you know, up there the weather in the wintertime, there was 85 feet of snow on the ground every day, and the roof didn't cave in, and it was toasty warm in the wintertime, and it was cool in the summertime, and there was no problem, and that was 35 years ago that I graduated. So how come we can't do that today?
Right. Well, money is not the answer. That's for sure. It's
called know-how. It's called knowing how to do it in this state. Like I said before, they don't know how. They just can't do it.
The biggest problem, I feel, is the bureaucrats in private industry. If they had a job and they were supposed to be held accountable for their position, they would lose their position. But once they get into bureaucracy,
right, there's
no accountability.
They're there for life.
You want and you're writing on a blank check.
Unless they go out there and pinch some broad's ass in the office, they're there for the rest of their life.
And that doesn't stop either.
Yeah.
Have a good day.
Okay, pal. 2 open lines in Dade, 751. Let's speak at English now before it's too late, baby. Let's speak a couple of words. 751-9463 in Dade. Here's Tamarack. Hello.
Can I express my opinion?
Can you express your opinion?
Yes.
Of course.
About yourself?
About me?
Is your finger on the dump button?
What does that mean? Well, what do you mean is my finger on the dump? In other words, you want to call on a show and take a shot at me, and I'm going to sit here and just to take abuse? You think that's what they pay me for?
No, sir.
Then why do you preface your call like that?
Because I know that you don't usually allow callers to
take shots. That's right. I'm not here to take abuse.
All right. Well, then I'm sorry. Then.
No, go ahead. I want to hear this. This ought to be great.
Well, I was just.
Do you listen to the show
every day?
Okay.
But I just wanted to call you a putz.
Yeah. And you can't do better than that. Putz is the most creative thing you can come up with.
No, but FCC doesn't allow what I can come up with.
Based on what?
Well, the S word, the F word.
No, I'm not talking about that. I'm a putz based on what, according to you? Based on what?
See, you got me. I don't even have a response.
No, what do you mean you don't have a response? I mean, you formulated this opinion. You listen to the show every day, which I find perplexing. But unless maybe you like hearing a putz on the air, which is great. If you listen, that's fine with me. But based on what? What is it that you don't like? I must be saying or doing something.
I think you remind me of me.
Oh.
You see what I'm trying to say?
I think that explains it.
Okay. Have a good day.
See you, putz. See, finally we got a guy to level with us. Okay. There's a putz. I'm a putz. I'll be the first one to admit I'm a putz, man. We put up with more crap in this place, and I'm going to say it again. I hope Phil is listening. I hope he's driving in right now. Man, I love you, Phil. You're a great talent. You're one of the very best ever, and I mean that, one of the greatest. But you are such a pussy, man. How can you be? I know being in this business, it's not too easy to have any feeling of security because this business is like being a used car salesman. You're in, you're out, you're on your ass. But if we could just, band together here and get a little bit of goddamn support and put our feet down to these goddamn bastards and say, what the hell are you doing to us, that would be a step in the right direction.
Hey, Newt, we got your contract, right?
Let's just go get drunk.
WIOD, Miami, Fort Lauderdale. News, talk, and entertainment radio. 610 WIOD.